Hey everybody, welcome back to Layman Loans. In this we are going to see what is LC. LC means letter of credit. Usually this is used by exporters and importers only. So this is going to be an eye-opener for many people who do not know what is LC and to what extent you can leverage LC if you're going to be in the industry of imports and exports. When you're trying to get an order from an overseas client for any of your product or service, they have to issue something called as LC from their bank, and your bank will process that LC and will be able to lend you money through that LC. Let us see this with a real world example. If you're going to be a manufacturer or you're trying to produce some product, there's going to be a lot of raw materials involved and you need to make payment to your employees, and there's a lot of operational expenses involved in order to run your factory or your business, right? So you will have to be paying rent, electricity, and all the other miscellaneous expenses which you have. You need to be spending on all those things in order to actually fulfill that order. So let's presume that you got an order from US client and they have an account in, say, Chase Bank. So if the current client, whoever is issuing an order, say they give you an order for $200,000. So once you get the order, if they are providing you with an LC for $200,000 from their bank, that is a Chase Bank, the current bank what you have in India, where you have your account, let us presume you have an account in State Bank of India. With the LC received from the Chase Bank, your current bank in the domestic level, that is your State Bank of India, will be willing to lend you money up to even 80 to 90% of the LC issued by the Chase Bank. So if Chase Bank is giving you a $200,000 worth of letter of credit, then your State Bank of India will lend you even up to 90% or even 95% of the total value as the loan for working capital. What is a working capital? So basically, in order to fulfill the entire order what you have taken for the client, you will need money in order to actually run that order and make the products. So for that, whatever money required is the working capital what you require. So you can take that in the form of a loan by giving this letter of credit. Let me give you a very sensitive story. I cannot tell this as a story because it's a real life incident which happened to one of my friends. They had a leather factory in Ambur and they got an order from Russia for about 45 lakhs for leather jackets and shoes. So they prepared all those leather jackets and shoes here in Ambur factory. After that, they exported. They did not get any LC. They did not get a letter of credit from the Russian government. They did not actually get anything from the Russian banks, and they put all their money, and the entire contract was about 45 lakhs. He had spent roughly 38 lakhs in order to fulfill that contract alone. He had taken all his liquid funds, his savings, and prepared about all the jackets and shoes for 38 lakhs, and he has shipped the products. Shipping alone costed him another 50,000-60,000 rupees or more. I'm not very sure on that. After all the products landed in Russia, now he doesn't have an LC and he has actually spent so much money on producing all these goods. Now at the custom clearance place, the client is saying that we will not allow you to take back the products, and he is not paying for the products as well. So there was I think there was a very small amount of advance made. I think some 3 or 4 lakhs was the advance made. After delivery is what they told that they'll make the entire payment. So typically it's about 45 lakhs order. They have got 3-4 lakhs only as advance and they have completed the entire order. After it got landed in their country, now the client is saying that we'll not give you an exit and none of your products can be shipped back to your country and we'll not make payment as well. This has put him in soup and he had to literally shut his factory down because of this. It's a very, very sensitive issue which I have seen for my friend in real time. Never get into this trap. When you're getting such an overseas order and you don't have enough funds, do not put all your liquid funds. Instead, ask for a letter of credit from their bank, and that letter of credit will be deemed fit for raising enough funds for your working capital from your current domestic bank. If had he used this letter of credit option, so for this order of 45-50 lakhs, had he got a letter of credit, the banker would have been more than happy to lend him up to 90% of the value. He would have got, say, 40 lakhs or more as the line of credit from the bank, and that working capital loan would have been used in order to produce all these items. And banks will definitely take checks and balances in order to ensure if the client doesn't accept the shipment, then the amount has to be insured or paid back to the bank through proper legal process. So if bank is lending money, it will always have enough checks and balances to ensure the money is coming back. But if you are directly putting your liquid hard-earned money and without any know-how, if you ship it to a foreign country, there is a huge threat that all the products will be taken without even getting paid. All right. So letter of credit is a very, very important document which you need to get if you are going to do export to any foreign country. And this letter of credit has to be got from their bank. Letter of credit is not something which you get from the client. So client will give you a purchase order. So client says that I want so and so product manufactured by you, and I place order for this particular amount. Then that is a purchase order. You cannot get funds only based on purchase order, because anybody can give a purchase order. But what if they do not honor the purchase order? So instead, the client has to go and request their bank for a letter of credit for the value of the purchase order or a partial value of the purchase order. Then by validating that particular value, your current bank, your domestic bank, will be able to give you loan against that letter of credit. So if you are in the industry of export and imports, this video will be extremely useful to you all. And if you have any intention to export items worldwide, then you have to always go for getting a letter of credit from your client. I hope this video is useful to you all. And if you have any doubts or if you need guidance in doing import exports and raising capital through letter of credit, you can always feel free to reach out to us by filling up the form mentioned in the description as well as the comments below. I hope you like this video. Looking forward to connect with you all in the next video. Thank you so much.